So in all honesty, the truck is 13 years old, so things like this. And, it's my favorite truck. It is. I'm kidding, Trail Boss, I'm kidding. Ladies and gentlemen, aloha, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to this little piece of paradise that I call the Lonestar Hawaiian Garage. Guys, we have a problem. We have a problem. And we're not in Houston, but we still got a problem. We recently just got back in town from our beautiful vacation in Southern California with the in-laws. And I go and hop in my favorite truck, my OG 07 Silverado, and we have a problem. We have a service airbag problem. I don't know what caused this or why this is going off now, but apparently my airbag needs servicing. So under some research, it looks like this truck has a common issue with the front impact airbag sensors which sit in the front bumper. There's two of them. I do not have the tool to diagnose or pull the code to figure out which one's going wrong. So what we're doing in this video today is actually, part one is me going up underneath, and I'm gonna show you where those sensors lie. If you do have this service airbag light on, which is this guy right here, that red light, and also if you have the messaging here, service airbag does show up in the information there. I'm going to show you where those airbag sensors are, how to pull them out and replace them, hopefully saving you guys hundreds of dollars at the dealership or any other service, because this is a pretty simple issue to fix. It's just determining which sensor goes bad. So step number one, guys, before we get started at pulling any type of airbag, anything out, is we're going to disconnect the battery. So the last thing I want to do is blow an airbag by screwing up somehow. So we're going to go ahead and do it the right way and disconnect the battery and remove all the power from it. Although it really wouldn't do much to my dash because it's already destroyed. It just might, break my windshield. The windshield's still good. Now, if this is your first time tuning into the channel, guys, this is my 2007 Silverado. This is the newer generation of 07, the mid-year update. 07 Silverado, it's going to be the exact same process anywhere between 2007 all the way up to 2014. I actually believe the generation before had the same sensors, but specifically for this model, we got a sensor sitting about here, and we got a sensor sitting about there. You have to go up underneath to remove those sensors. Fortunately, this thing does have a 3.5-inch lift/level and 33-inch tires, so it's a little bit easier to get up underneath the truck. I don't need to lift it, fortunately, because again, it's a truck. So first thing we're going to do actually is remove this plastic cover here. That way I can get up in behind. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna remove that and it'll give us access to the two sensors. Pull this off and then we'll get to the sensor removal. So now the plastic cover is out of the way, guys. You have free roam, free access to both the sensors. So this piece right here is the front impact sensor. You have one on the driver's side, and then you have one on the passenger side. Now what's holding these on there is just one 10mm bolt. Super simple to take that off. So we're gonna remove actually both of them to see if there's any type of deformity, bad connection, corrosion, whatever's going on there. But we get a 10mm wrench, pull this bolt off right here. This will pop down. We need to unplug it. We'll do that on both sides. So let me get my 10mm wrench and keep going. Wrench piece right here, just pull it directly towards you. That'll pull out of this clip. This actually locks it in. And then this clip right here, just like any other clip, you push down on this tab while pulling out. So you can use a screwdriver. I just use my finger. So that's free there. Now we're just gonna take our wrench, remove this 10mm. Holy crap. That was a lot of threads. All right, so there is one sensor, guys. This looks still pretty good. We'll look on the inside. Connections look good. Sensor looks good. This one still might be good. Oh my goodness. So the passenger side seems okay. This is the sensor off the passenger side. Again, 10mm bolts with an infinite amount of threads, so get ready to turn those forever. That comes right out once it's unplugged. But the passenger side, for some reason, there's actually like a visible bump. I don't know what's causing that, but I did read one case where the one with the bump on it was defected. So I'm hoping that's the case, and I'm hoping it's just the passenger side that needs to be replaced. All right, guys, so here we have our two front impact airbag sensors. We have our passenger side and then our driver's side. As I mentioned before, I felt a little bump on the passenger side. You can kind of see that in the camera there, that little raised area in the middle. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this sticker off and see if there's any defects in it. It looks like there may be a small crack. Oh yeah. That's actually good news. I'm happy to say that this is broken. That's a good thing because now I know what to replace. So in all honesty, the truck is 13 years old, so things like this, you know, eventually will start going bad. These are kind of pricey. So I'm gonna do some research around. I believe AutoZone and O'Reilly's charges quite a bit for these dang things. It's a super simple part, but to be honest, with what I have planned for this truck, we may be ripping out the airbags anyways. But see if there's anything local I can run down and pick up today because I want to get this truck back on the road ASAP. So let's go ahead and search for some parts. Good news, guys. The news is that O'Reilly's down the street actually has the part that I need. So what we're doing actually is hop in the truck, head over to O'Reilly's, pick up this part. It was not cheap, I'll tell you that. They have some of these airbag sensors for the Tahoes that have a different part number, but it's the exact same sensor for like half the price. I don't understand why. If anybody knows why, comments below if you can actually use the Tahoe one. So 150 bucks for this stupid thing. So we're gonna head to O'Reilly's. Hey, let's go. Let's go. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Success. Good job?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you, O'Reilly's, for having my part. Let's go back. Da-da-da. There we go, guys. There is our part. 590-206 is the front impact airbag sensor. But here we have the new sensor. This is about 150 bucks. This little thing was $150. It's kind of frustrating. So the hope is this is going to go right in the passenger side where the broken one came out. This is going back in the driver's side. Hopefully this is all good. Then I'm going to go back into the truck, hit the ignition, and the airbag light will be off and will be good. So that's the plan anyways. Let's grab these two. So again, everything is unhooked. The power is completely unhooked. And I believe 10 minutes is the recommended time between disconnecting battery and messing with anything on your airbag system. The airbag module, whatever it is, I think it does hold power for a few minutes even after you unhook the battery. So 10 minutes is what I did. Let's get these back in. We have both our sensors. We have these wrenches, all our bolts ready to go and go. So just simply put everything back in reverse order, and you can't not line these things up. As you insert these sensors back in, there's this tab right here that goes into this slot right there. Right, so that tab will go right in there. The bolts will go into the threads right here. You're gonna hook both of them back up, get the sensors plugged back in, and then insert this orange clip in as well. This is gonna kind of lock it in place and make sure it never falls out. Okay, those are both in. We are good, hopefully. So I still need to put that plastic cover back on, that makeshift skid plate. But before I do, I'm gonna go ahead and go in here and just confirm the fact that I've fixed this. Airbag light, please stay off. Ignition on. Blinking, blinking, blinking. It's gone. We're good. Scared me for a second, but I think I had to cycle through and just refresh. But yeah, there's no airbag light. There's no error message anymore. So I think we're all good to go, guys. We are freaking good to go. I love these unnecessary repairs. And we'll go one more time just to confirm. Ignition on. We got the airbag light blinking. Of course, my hood is open, I know. Yep. Blink, blink, it's gone. We're good. We're good, guys. It was, in fact, the front impact sensor, which is a common problem for these trucks. It looks like that the passenger side does, in fact, crack. What's interesting, though, is the build quality on them is really nice. I just think they over-tightened them from the factory, and I think that's what happened is that passenger side, whoever manufactured and put together this vehicle, when they were tightening that bolt up, I think they over-tightened it. So over time, that plastic really wears away and cracks. And when it cracks, it goes bad, and it cost me $150 to turn that stupid light off. But it would have been much, much more, I guarantee it, going to the dealership. I've heard upwards of $500 to fix that dumb thing at a dealership. So much easier. Simple, a couple bolts, and you're good to go. So that's done. Let's go ahead and get that skid plate, put that back on there, and then we'll be good. All right, everything is back up. Everything is good. I hope everything stays off, but we're gonna go ahead and go for a test drive, partially to just make sure that light doesn't come back on, but also partially because I missed this truck. It's been a while since I drove it, and it's my favorite truck. It is. I'm kidding, Trail Boss. I'm kidding. I love you too. I just, you know, it's my first love, and this is just my. I'm gonna stop there. I'm getting in trouble. Love this truck, guys. This thing feels different than the Trail Boss. We've been driving the Trail Boss a lot lately. It's got nearly 3,000 miles on it already. So it's taken a few trips around the block. And this thing doesn't get a lot of attention right now, but it will very soon. I just miss this thing. It just feels better. It's a little more raw, a little more rattly, a little bit more like a true truck. That makes sense. But yeah, no airbag light, guys. No airbag light just yet. It's good news. No lights, guys. No lights. We fixed it. That was in fact the problem. I'm super stoked about it because when I saw that light come on, I was extremely concerned because those airbag issues actually get really costly really quick. And there's nothing you can really, you know, I'm gonna pull it out and swap it out with a better aftermarket type of airbag. No, there's nothing you can do. It's just throwing money back into just a running truck. But man, does this thing look gorgeous or what? I need to get this thing out of the garage more often. That has been bothering me since the moment I saw that, and I wanted to get it fixed. I'm super happy it is fixed because man, this thing looks good. And there is no lights on my dash. There's nothing better than hopping in your car on a beautiful Saturday morning, cranking it up and seeing no lights besides your seatbelt light on the dash. We are good, guys. So that's in fact usually the problem when it comes to those service airbag lights. This truck body has about 131,000 miles on it, so it's about due for that type of issue. Again, I think the initial issue was caused from the factory, from them tightening that bolt too tight on that sensor. So over time, that plastic wears away and it eventually cracks. When it cracks, it throws the code, and the code cost me $150 at O'Reilly's. So O'Reilly's, you are welcome. Silverado, you are welcome. And I hope this video helps someone out there with a similar issue of what I had. Super happy it's dealt with. If you are sticking around till this point in the video, thank you so much for joining in today. If you have not joined the Lonestar Hawaiian family just yet, subscribe below, scroll down, hit that subscribe button. If this video helped you out in any type of way, please smash that like button below. It helps the channel out immensely. But as always, guys, we'll see you in a few days for our next video. Until then, y'all take care and aloha.